everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tasha checking in with another video, y'all. Let's get into this. Let's talk about it. Y'all know when I start, I gotta fix my I gotta fix my stuff before I get started into the video, y'all. But this is Tasha checking in with another video, and this is going to be a let's talk about it. And we going to talk about Porsha Williams, y'all, getting a divorce. Girl, you thought your marriage was going to last? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's your first time joining me, welcome to the Redefine Me channel. Go ahead and like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, y'all. So let's get into it, okay? So, in case y'all don't know, or maybe y'all don't care, if y'all have been living under a rock, Porsha, I always get so shiny. It be the light. And I put powder on to take away the shine, but whatever, y'all. I ain't got no powder with me right now, so I will take care of that later. But Porsha Williams is getting a divorce from Simon. I think his name is Ubanda. I do not, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and you Nigerian, drop it in the comments and let me know how do you properly say the man's name. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to call him Simon, okay? So if y'all do not know, let's go over who this couple is, because some of y'all may be like, who in the world is Porsha? Who in the world is Simon? Okay, so I took a little bit of notes. Y'all already know I'm a note chick, and I got this information from Los Angeles Times, okay? So I ain't just come up with it off the dome. I got it from Los Angeles Times. Okay, so let's get into Porsha, who she is. Now, Porsha is the granddaughter of Hosea L. Williams, okay? If y'all do not know who Hosea L. Williams is, he was an activist back in the day here in Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure his reach extended far beyond Atlanta, okay? And so she is the granddaughter of him, right? So she has a little bit of celebrity in her bloodline, okay, if we want to say that. She was married already. Now we know her mostly from Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? So she was married to Cordell Williams, which is, I'm sorry, not Cordell Williams, Cordell Stewart, which is an ex-NFL player back in 2011. So she was married to Cordell, okay? Then they got a divorce, right? And we saw that play out on the show if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then she decided to go and get married to Simon, and his name is Ubanda, I think. I'm not sure if it's wrong. Don't throw tomatoes. I am American. I'm not Nigerian. But she married him in 2022. Okay, as we know on the show, this is what happened, just to give y'all a little backdraft. Okay, so she met Simon through a friend of the show named Fallon Pena. Now, Fallon came on the show and she was married to Simon. She invited the girls to her house. Y'all remember she had some type of Halloween thing or something at her house. She invited the girls there. Porsha was upon one of the people that was at the house. And so what was said was that she was a friend of Porsha's, but we find out later on that they were not really friends. They were just doing that for the show. You know, sometimes they'll have friend of the shows that come on the show and they're not really friends, like a real friend of the cast member. So Fallon comes on there with Simon. We see that and everything. Okay, fast forward. Some months later, then we hear rumored that Simon and Porsha are dating. This man is still married to Fallon, right? So we hear they're dating, okay? So this coming from Los Angeles Times. We gonna get into it. From Los Angeles Times, they said he was married to Fallon in 2021. Okay, while he was married to Fallon, he ended up meeting Porsha, and I believe it was rumored that he slid in her DMs and said something or whatever while he's married to Fallon. Now, him and Fallon ended up divorcing. Him and Fallon divorced, right? So after they divorced, and if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. After they divorced, then him and Porsha ended up talking. He asked Porsha to marry him a month after they started chit-chatting. I was like, what in the world? You don't know nobody in a month? And you said yes to that, Portia? Oh, okay, let's get into it. So, okay, so what else happened? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so now we're up to date. So we see that they were doing some unfavorable, unmeritable situations while he was still married. Okay, and so now they're engaged. Now, when she met Simon, Portia was still engaged to Dennis. Dennis is her child's father. Portia has a child, PJ, is so cute, and by Dennis. And so Dennis has a bunch of restaurants and everything in Atlanta. He's here in Atlanta as well. So they were engaged when she met Simon. Simon was putting himself out there as a oil baron and this wealthy guy. So I believe Portia said, baby, I'm about to go get some coin, okay? Ain't nobody thinking about Dennis. He ain't got the oil money. So she ended things with Dennis and got engaged to Simon. Now y'all know the background. Fast forward. Let's go forward. So recently, Portia filed for divorce, right, from Simon, okay? And why she filed for divorce, according to Los Angeles Times, it is rumored, allegedly, that Simon has some issues with his citizenship, and there was speculations of deportation, okay? Not only that, the reason that he has not had citizenship, right? Simon has been in the U.S. for quite some time. He has ran businesses here. He has built a life for himself here, and he has had these businesses going for 17 years and has not become legal in the U.S. This is my issue with the U.S. They let everybody and their mama up over here, and they do not make them get legally citizenized, if that is a whole word. If it ain't, drop in the comments. They do not make them get the papers, and they let them stay over here in the U.S., live a life, raise a family, grow businesses, everything, and just let them live. I could never go to another country and be like, I'm about to set up shop. I'm about to be over there. Because they'd be like, no ma'am. There are certain things that you're going to have to do over here. You just can't come over here and live. But not the U.S., land of the free. They love free. They love to let people just come over here and do whatever. So Simon has been in the U.S. for about 17 years, probably more than that. He has built businesses over here. He said he has employed and fed families, which is hats off to him. But I'm sure he's got like business loans to start up, all types of stuff. Stuff me as a up and coming entrepreneur want, and as a U.S. citizen can't even get. Crazy to me. So he has not had his papers properly done. And this is why. Because he has been denied citizenship because he has a criminal record. A criminal record involved in bank, what else they say? Bank allegations, bad banking business, credit card fraud. And that's it. It's something to do with money, like the banking system and credit card fraud. So that's why he has been denied citizenship. And I'm like, if he's been denied citizenship because of all these bad financial decisions, why is he still in the U.S.? Why? I don't understand that. So he ended up marrying Portia, right? And they ended up staying married for 15 months. They got married back in 2022, and she just recently filed for divorce. So their marriage has been 15 months in, and they're gone. Now, let's talk about it. Like my title says, girl, you thought your marriage was going to last. That's all my notes I had. You thought your marriage was going to last. Portia, baby, how in the world do you think that you are going to go and get in with a married man, play up in their marriage? Now, I don't know if their marriage was already done for, if it was on the rocks or what was happening. However, that ain't your thing. How you think you're going to sit up here and get all up in the middle of Simon and Fallon's marriage and then think that your marriage to him is going to be this happily ever after blessed situation? Not so. Okay, not so going to happen. When I heard it, I was just like, I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. I knew she was going to get a divorce. It was just a matter of when. And the funny thing is, y'all know she has been gone off the Real Housewives of Atlanta for 2 years, right? She's been gone for 2 years. After she got up with Simon, she went and did a spinoff show, Porsha Family Matters or whatever it was called, and Simon was on there. And then she was gone. She was gone from Real Housewives. All of a sudden, right, because it's rumored, some people out in the YouTube streams, some people out there in whatever other areas are thinking that Porsha is reaching for a storyline. That's why she's getting divorced from Simon. So some people don't believe it's a real divorce going down. Some people believe it's just a storyline because, as y'all know, she's coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta when they start their season up. Their season is about to start, and she's coming back on there. And it's just so convenient that, that she got divorced or is filing for divorce while she's coming back to the show when the season is about to come back up. So I'm just like, I'm not saying she's reaching for a storyline, right? But it's a little bit of a coincidence if you ask me. However, you cannot sit up here and play in somebody's marriage and then think you go and marry the guy that y'all going to run off into the sunset. It don't work like that. And that's exactly what she did. This man was already married to Fallon when you met him. If he slid in my DMs and I know that he's already married, I would have been like, slip and slide somewhere else, sir, because it ain't happening over here, okay? But no, what did Porsha do? She saw the money. And this is all my opinion, right? If y'all don't like it, drop in the comments, say what y'all need to say, but this is my opinion of it. I feel like she saw that man, that he was worth some coins, and she said, baby, let me get on the money train. You know what I'm saying? Dennis got a little bit of money, but he ain't got all bearing money. And she jumped on the train of Simon, even though he was still married to somebody else at the time. And then he asked you to marry him a month after y'all got together. A month. I can't even make a decision if I'm going to buy a house in a month. Like, what in the world? You're talking about being life partners in a month? Nah, you wanted to secure the bag. And then when the jig was up that he was about to get deported, that he didn't have proper papers for U.S. citizenship, that he had some issues going on that was about to make you look bad, Porsha, you went ahead and said, let me go ahead and file for divorce. Now, this is all my opinion. I ain't in that marriage. I don't know if that is what it is, if it ain't what it ain't, or whatever it is. But all I'm saying is you can't sit up here and get a man dirty and think that y'all going to have this happily ever after situation. I was just sitting back in the bushes in the cut waiting for the downfall to come because I knew it was coming. Porsha, you know, she has money of her own. So I don't know why she had to run out and marry this dude. And if y'all see Simon, it ain't like he know. He ain't no looker. Like, you're going to be like, ooh, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she wasn't attracted to him, right? Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, some people may think I'm ugly. Some people may think you're ugly. Some people may think certain things, you know, all attraction is not what it seems, you know. Beauty in the eye of the beholder, right? So she may have thought he was attractive. But in my mind, from what I've seen of Porsha, excuse me, y'all, from what I've seen of Porsha on Real Housewives and everything, child, she wasn't attracted to that man. She was attracted to his money, to his coin. And that's exactly what she went after and what she did. But baby, you cannot do stuff dirty and think you're going to have a lasting marriage with someone else's husband. Porsha, like, really? And don't get me wrong, she got her own coin. Like I said, she was on Real Housewives. She has a hairline called Go Naked Hair, where she does lace front wigs. She is involved in some bedding line that she has. She was on Dish Nation. Like, she has a name for herself on her own. So some people may say, well, of course she married for love because she got a name on her own. But I don't believe it. I believe she married for the money. She married for the wrong thing. And she married someone else's man. Simon has been married 3 times, y'all, and this is his 3rd time divorce. Out on Instagram, they show him on a yacht or whatever with some chick, some young chick. So I don't know if he's moving on to wife number 4 or what's happening. But all I can say is, Porsha, you get him, you lose him the way you got him. You got him dirty. You're going to lose him dirty. And that's what's going on. He got a lot of stuff popping off. And now she's trying to backpedal and get out of the situation. And, yeah. So the rumor mill is that their marriage is over. They're getting a divorce. And I'm like, girl, how you going to think your marriage was going to last? I know you ain't think this was going to last. But in her mind, she thought she wasn't doing nothing wrong. And that is crazy to me. So anyway, y'all, that's our Let's Talk About It segment. Y'all know my Let's Talk About It segments are not very long. I pick a topic and I speak on it. I talk about it. I give my opinion and I give some factual notes as well. If it's your first time joining the video, what's up now? Welcome to the Redefine Me channel. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are on a push to grow, 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 grow. I'm going to come back probably later on today or tomorrow and give you all a review from the Love is Blind reunion, because that is out on Netflix right now. So I'm gonna come back and give y'all that review. So thank y'all for joining me on this Let's Talk About It segment. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Like the video, y'all, so I can go out there and reach the masses on YouTube. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining me. Until we meet again, bye.